All right, good afternoon. I'm Judge Salvia Fox. I am going to preside over your first appearance hearings this morning here in Clayton County Magistrate Court. Let me have all of the defendants please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the information you provided on your application for court-appointed counsel is true and correct? If so, say I do. All right, thank you. You all can put your hands down. Want to go over a few things with you so you understand the nature of these proceedings. I am not here to try your case or to take a plea in your case. Instead, I'm here to let you know what you are charged with, if you have a bond, and if so, what that bond amount is. I also want to advise you of certain rights that you have. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to indictment by grand jury for most felonies or by accusation for misdemeanors. The right to a speedy and public trial by jury. The right to see, hear, and cross-examine all witnesses that are called to testify against you. The right to compel the attendance of witnesses in your own behalf by subpoena. The right to testify and offer other evidence in your own defense, and the right to be represented by an attorney. I am going to appoint an attorney to represent each one of you. Some of you will be allowed to post unrestricted bonds. Those bonds may be posted by cash, commercial, or property bonds. If you decide to post a cash bond, you will pay the full amount in cash to the sheriff's office. You will receive all of that money back after the final disposition of your case. If you decide to go through a commercial bonding company, please note these are private companies. They charge different fees, up to 15% of the amount of your bond. Now, once you pay this money to the bonding company, you will not receive that money back. If you decide to post a property bond, you would need to find someone that has at least 3 times the amount of equity in their property as the amount of your bond. Some of you, well, all of you will have a special condition not to violate any laws while you are out on bond. And some of you will have additional special conditions that will prohibit you from contacting certain people or going back to certain locations. Understand that this court takes the special conditions very seriously. If you were to violate any of the special conditions, your bond will be revoked. Additional charges could be added, and you would not be entitled to a new bond while you are awaiting trial. You could be charged with aggravated stalking, influencing a witness, or other charges as the law may provide, and could be sentenced up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a no contact provision on your bond with someone, that person would not be allowed to post your bond through the sheriff's office. If you are currently on active probation, this court is not authorized to set a bond for you. Some of you may be charged with offenses for which this court is not authorized to set a bond. In that event, I will give you a bond hearing date in front of a superior court judge. For those of you that have only misdemeanor charges, you will have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Your preliminary hearing is a probable cause hearing that is held here in magistrate court to determine whether or not there's enough probable cause to justify keeping you detained on your charges. If you decide to have the preliminary hearing, it will be set for December 1st. If you would like to waive that preliminary hearing, it would expedite your case to state court, while you will receive a hearing date in 7 to 10 days. If you bond out, the hearing will automatically be waived by law, and you will get your next court date in the mail. If you have any felony charges, you will not have this option. You will have to wait Speak with an
Get a
attorney
pencil.
first.
618-6621.
678.
Whoever just logged in with Emery's iPhone, if you can please mute your phone or your device. Right, sorry about that. If you have any felony charges, you have to wait to speak with an attorney first before you decide to waive your preliminary hearing. You will also have the right to have your charges read in open court. That's called the formal reading of your charges. Or you can waive that if you already understand what you're charged with, or you do not wish to have your charges read in open court due to sometimes they contain
I don't have enough volume.
or sensitive information that you may not want read in open court.
Why are you walking off?
If you decide to waive,
Can't you just call her here? Bring your phone in?
I gotta go and get my damn phone.
I'm going to mute that iPhone. All right. If you decide to waive the formal reading of your charges, I will still let you know what you are charged with and your bond amount. So I am going to call you all up individually so I can give you your case information. All right. And let me see. I have an attorney that's logged on. If you can unmute your phone, please let me know who your client is. Oh, you're muted. You're muted, counsel. Can you unmute?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Good morning. I applaud your work ethic, Your Honor.
Thank you.
My name is Gil Maxwell, and I'm here for Desmond Roberts.
Desmond Roberts.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Can you all at the jail bring Desmond Roberts up first?
Yes, Your Honor.
The attorney is present.
He's en route.
Okay, thank you. All right. Are you Mr. Desmond Roberts?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Roberts, I have your attorney, Gilmore Maxwell, here on the Zoom conference. Can you see him?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Sir, you are charged with battery. Your bond is $4,000. You have a special condition to stay away and have no contact with Nicole Welch. Also not to violate any laws while on bond. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And Mr. Maxwell, do you waive the formal reading of the charges, or do you want to have the
Yes, I
warrant
do,
read?
Your Honor. Yes, I will waive, Your Honor.
Okay. Let's see. And the preliminary hearing, right now we have for misdemeanors, it would be set for December 1st, or do you want to waive that?
My interest is to get him out as soon as possible. Therefore, we will waive, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, so Mr. Roberts, they will have a waiver form there for you to sign. Is there anything additional, Mr. Maxwell?
No, Your Honor. I will be filing an entry of appearance. If the court would be kind enough to give me a warrant number, I will do so.
All right, the warrant number is 2020 CW 54925.
All right, 2020, you said CVU?
CW, Charlie Wilson,
Uh-huh.
54925.
54925.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Maxwell.
Have a pleasant day. Thank
All right,
you.
you as well.
Is she on the Zoom hearing?
You're done? She's getting on the run out?
Well,
All right, let me start with, I'm gonna start with the females. Nicole Bozeman.
It's 4,000. Okay, how do I get out of here?
And after Ms. Bozeman will be Sajida Islam. Are you Ms. Bozeman? All right, good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, you're charged with simple battery. Your bond is $4,000. You have a special condition to not violate any laws while you're out on bond. Also to have no violent or harassing contact with Desiree Houston. Do you understand that, ma'am?
I do.
All right, ma'am, do you waive the formal reading of your charges?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, ma'am, I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
I'm sorry. I don't understand what you mean, waive it.
Okay, your preliminary hearing would be set for December 1st in magistrate court, or you can waive it and have a hearing in state court.
I wanted to bond out.
Okay, you'll still be able to bond out. I'll just go ahead and set it for December 1st at 8 o'clock in courtroom 201. If you bond out, it's going to be automatically waived. All right, thank you, ma'am. All right, Ms. Islam, and then Jashay Richardson. All right, are you Sajida Islam? All right, good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, you're charged with battery. Your bond is $4,000. You have a special condition to stay away and have no contact with Deanne C. Simmons and not to violate any laws while on bond. Do you understand that, ma'am? All right, ma'am, do you waive the formal reading of your charges?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, ma'am, I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you said yes? All right, ma'am, they have a waiver form there for you to sign, and then you will be excused. Thank you, ma'am. Jashay Richardson, and then Taza Maria Tate. All right, good morning. Are you Miss Richardson? All right, ma'am, you are charged with driving under the influence of alcohol. Your bond is $2,000. License not on person, your bond is $500. You have a special condition not to violate any laws while you are on bond. Ma'am, do you waive the formal reading of your charges?
Yes.
All right, and I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
That mean I go to court in 7 to 10 days, right?
Yes, you get a hearing date in state court.
Yeah.
All right, ma'am, they will have a waiver form there for you to sign, and then you will be excused. All right, thank you, ma'am. Ms. Tate, and then Eddie Adams.
Yeah.
All right, are you Ms. Tate?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, you are charged with battery. Your bond is $4,000. You have a special condition to stay away and have no contact with Canoris Owens and not to violate any laws while on bond. Do you understand that, ma'am? Ma'am, do you waive the formal reading of your charges?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes.
All right, thank you, ma'am. They will have a waiver form there for you to sign, and then you'll be excused.
Thank you.
All right, Eddie Adams, and after Mr. Adams will be Terrence Beal. All right, are you Mr. Adams? All right, good morning, sir. Sir, you're charged with driving under the influence. Your bond is $2,000. You have a special condition not to violate any laws while on bond. Sir, do you waive the formal reading of your charges?
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yes.
Sir, I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing? Is that a yes or no? Yes, okay. Sir, they will have a waiver form there for you to sign, and then you'll be excused.
Can I ask you a question, please?
Yes, sir.
Is it not possible to have a signature bond? I missed work yesterday
No, we
evening.
don't do signature bonds on DUIs, but it is $2,000, all right?
Great.
Thank you, sir.
Is he signing a waiver? Yes.
Yes, he needs to sign a waiver. Terrence Beal, and then after Mr. Beal will be Wallen Belk. Good morning, are you Mr. Beal?
Yes.
All right, sir, you're charged with battery. Your bond is $4,000. Obstructing an officer, your bond is $1,500. Possession of marijuana, 1 ounce or less, your bond is $1,500. You have a special condition to stay away and have no contact with Lamario Alvin and not to violate any laws while on bond. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes.
All right. Sir, do you waive the formal reading of your charges?
Yes.
All right. And sir, I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, sir. They will have a waiver form there for you to sign, and then you will be excused. All right. Thank you. All right. Walon Belk and then Jeffrey Bolton.
Don't get.
Mr. Maxwell, did you have something additional?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm very sorry to bother you, but I'm just having a little bit of difficulty trying to juggle these things. Did you say this was a no violent contact as to Mr. Roberts or just no contact? They do share a child together.
No contact with Nicole Welch.
All right, Your Honor. I'll pass that along to the family. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, are you Mr. Belk?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir, you are charged with driving under the influence. Your bond is $2,000. You have a special condition not to violate any laws while on bond. Sir, do you waive the formal reading of your charges?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir, I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you, sir. They have a waiver form there for you to sign, and then you will be excused.
Thank you, ma'am.
Jeffrey Bolton and then Ladre Burnett. Are you Mr. Bolton?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good morning, sir. Sir, you are charged with criminal trespass. Your bond is $1,500. Simple battery, your bond is $4,000. You have a special condition to stay away and have no contact with Amanda Walker and not to violate any laws while on bond. Do you understand that, sir?
Ma'am.
All right, sir, do you waive the formal reading of your charges?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir, I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. Do you want to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you, sir. They will have a waiver form there for you to sign, and then you will be excused. All right, Ladre Burnett and then Rashawn Devoren. Are you Mr. Burnett?
Ma'am.
All right, good morning. Sir, you are charged with driving on a suspended or revoked license. Your bond is $1,500. You have a special condition not to violate any laws while on bond. Sir, do you waive the formal reading of your charges?
Ma'am.
All right. Sir, I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you, sir. They will have a waiver form for you to sign, then you'll be excused. Rasan Devoren and then Michael Fletcher. Are you Mr. Devoren?
No.
All right, good morning, sir.
Morning.
Sir, you are charged with no tag, $500 bond, driving on a suspended or revoked license, $1,500 bond, license not on person, $500 bond, and concealing the ID of a motor vehicle, $500 bond. You have a special condition not to violate any laws while on bond. Sir, do you waive the formal reading of your charges?
Yes, ma'am. The total bond amount is how much? 3,000?
Yes, sir. The total is $3,000 for all four. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, sir. They have a waiver form there for you to sign, and then you'll be excused.
All right.
Michael Fletcher and then David Hayes. Are you Mr. Fletcher?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good morning, sir.
Mhm.
Sir, you're charged with driving under the influence of alcohol. Your bond is $5,000. Improper lane change, your bond is $500. Public indecency, indecent exposure, your bond is $2,000. You have a special condition not to violate any laws while on bond. Sir, do you waive the formal reading of your charges?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you, sir. They'll have a waiver form for you to sign. David Hayes and then Jeremy King.
Hayes is out on bond.
Okay,
King.
Jeremy King, and then after Mr. King will be Makai McKinney. Are you Mr. King? All right. Good morning, sir. You are charged with reckless driving. Your bond is $1,500. Speeding violation, your bond is $1,500. Open container violation, $500 bond, and then violation of the seatbelt law, $500 bond. You have a special condition not to violate any laws while on bond. Sir, do you waive the formal reading of your charges?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir, I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you, sir. They have a waiver form there for you to sign, then you'll be excused.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Makai McKinney and then Derek Rambert. Are you Mr. McKinney? All right, good morning, sir. Sir, you are charged with driving with no license while unlicensed. Your bond is $1,000. Fleeing from police officer, your bond is $4,000. Theft by receiving stolen property, your bond is $5,000. Reckless driving, your bond is $1,500. So the total is $11,500. You have a special condition not to violate any laws while on bond. Sir, do you waive the formal reading of your charges?
I don't understand. I'm 17 the first time. What they mean?
You want me to read your charges to you?
Oh, man, I'm 17. I don't understand what they mean.
Oh, okay. Let me go ahead and read it to you. It says, comes now the arresting peace officer K. Bradford, who on oath says that to the best of his knowledge and belief that the defendant did on the 14th day of November, 2020 in Clayton County, Georgia, at Wexford Road and Old National Highway at approximately 15:36 hours, did commit the following violations of Georgia law: driving while unlicensed, fleeing and eluding, theft by receiving, and reckless driving. In that said offender did operate a dark in color Chevrolet Malibu bearing Georgia tag number QAH2610 on Flat Shoals Road. The aforementioned vehicle was stolen in Union City on November 12th, 2020, case number 20-011038. I attempted to stop it using my lights and sirens, and it fled at a high rate of speed. The vehicle entered into Fulton County in the Sable Fox neighborhood. The vehicle was going 80 miles per hour plus in the neighborhood, almost striking several vehicles with people outside. I conducted a pit maneuver on the vehicle on Old National Highway and Rexford Drive. The driver was taken into custody. During the pursuit, he disregarded all traffic laws, almost striking several vehicles. Sir, I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you. Your preliminary hearing will be set for January 6th at 8 o'clock in courtroom 201. All right, thank you, sir.
That's the right.
All right, Derek Rambert, and then Hashandare Richards. Are you Mr. Rampart?
Yes.
All right, good morning, sir. You are charged with loitering or prowling. Your bond is $1,000. Sir, I am going to release you on your own recognizance and let you sign a signature bond. You will have a special condition not to violate any laws while you are on bond. Understand that, sir?
Yes.
All right, sir, do you waive the formal reading of your charges?
Yes.
All right, and sir, I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. And since I'm releasing you on a signature bond, I need for you to sign a waiver of the preliminary hearing.
All right.
Right, you'll get your next court date in the mail. And like I said, I'm releasing you on a signature bond. So unless you have any other holds, You would be released once they, you know, process all of the paperwork.
All right.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Cassander Richards and then Marquise Smith.
Good day, ma'am. Good day, Your
All
Honor.
right. Good morning. Sir, you are charged with knowingly driving motor vehicle on a expired tag. Your bond is $500, and then driving on a suspended or revoked license, your bond is $1,500. You have a special condition not to violate any laws while on bond. Sir, do you waive the formal reading of your charges?
Yes, ma'am. Would I be able to ask for ROR, ma'am? Because I'm right now at the time I'm out of town. I was actually doing a podcast, and my license is not really suspended in North Carolina. It's because the courts are closed up there, and I wasn't able to make my court appearance. And the DA, I have to email them, and I'm not able to get in contact.
Right, I can't, I'm gonna appoint an attorney to represent you, because I can't, you know, give you any legal advice or anything, so I don't really need to hear the facts. I can't give you an OR bond, because it says that your license is suspended and the tag is expired. So for both charges, your bond is $2,000. I'm going to, like I said, appoint an attorney. Do you want to waive your preliminary hearing? All right, so they will have a waiver form there for you to sign, and then you will be excused.
All right,
Thank you, sir. Marquise Smith,
Yes, ma'am.
all right. Good morning, sir. You are charged with being a fugitive from justice. You do not have any charges pending here in Clayton County. You are wanted by another jurisdiction, so you have no bond set here. Indicates that, let me see. You are wanted by Sacramento Police Department in California for burglary. The warrant number is 19FE018620. It's a felony, and it says they wish to extradite you back on that charge. So, sir, you have the option of voluntarily returning back to California, or you can have an extradition hearing. And so I kind of want to go over a few things with you so you can make that decision. If you decide to voluntarily return, hold on, I gotta let you know these things legally. We'll contact them, and they will have 10 business days to come pick you up from our jail. If they don't come within the 10 business days, we will release you, but your warrant will still be pending out of California. If you want to contest extradition, I will appoint an attorney to represent you. We can hold you in our jail up to 90 days awaiting that extradition hearing. You would not be able to contest the issue of your innocence or guilt because your case is not pending here in Clayton County. But you would be able to contest 4 things. 1, whether the extradition documents are in order on their face. 2, whether you are charged with a crime that actually exists in the demanding state of California. 3, whether you are the person named in the request for extradition. And 4, whether you are in fact a fugitive from justice. So, sir, would you like to voluntarily return back to California?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so they will have some waiver of extradition forms there for you to sign. And then, like I said, our jail will contact California to let them know that you've been picked up here so that they can come pick you up from our jail.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, and is Mr. Rocha the only person left and he needs an interpreter?
Yes, Judge, that's the only person left.
Okay, let me call and get an interpreter on the line. Give me just a moment.
Compared to housing, 8, I got a circle. Oh. So this goes right here. You're gonna make the housing at 8, right? Once you're in the hallway, hand behind your neck on the right hand side of the hallway, sir. Okay, you got it, bro. You got it. Well, we deserved it, though. And yesterday we stayed 5 hours. Yeah. Why not? They came back. The son took that one. He's a center. They can go to free. Now they need to use the phone. Oh, so he brought him back over here to use the phone. They gotta go and take that. Yeah, he took him to Lord and Lisa, which is fine. Look. Hey, Beta said, good, take him lower lease, that's cool. And then take him right down.
All right, good afternoon. Are you Mr. Juan Rocha?
Hola, buenas tardes. Su nombre es Juan Rocha.
Okay, he's nodding. All right, sir, you are charged with battery and your bond is $4,000.
Oh, and I apologize, ma'am. Was that battery?
Yes, battery.
Thank you. Just a second.
Okay.
Muy bien, está usted, básicamente se le acusa de asalto y tiene una fianza de $4,000.
All right, sir, you are also charged with 3 counts of cruelty to children in the 3rd degree, and your bond is $2,000 on each charge.
And I apologize, ma'am. Was that 3 charges of cruelty to children
In the 3rd degree,
in 3rd degree?
and the bond is $2,000 on each count.
$2,000. También tiene 3 cargos de contra crueldad contra niños en 3er grado y su fianza es de $2,000 por cada cargo.
So, sir, your total bond on these charges is $10,000.
Entonces, su fianza total de estos cargos es de $10,000.
Sir, you will have a special condition to stay away and have no contact with Juana Baltieres.
Y también se tiene una condición especial, que es que usted no puede acercarse ni ponerse en contacto con Juana Baltieres.
Okay. You also have a special condition not to violate any laws while on bond.
También hay otra condición para usted, que es que no viole ninguna ley estando bajo fianza.
Sir, do you understand what you are charged with, or would you like for me to read the affidavit from the officer?
Muy bien, señor. ¿Entiende usted los cargos de los que se le acusan o desea que le lea el panfleto del oficial?
No sé si entiendo.
No, I understand.
All right. Sir, I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you.
Muy bien. Voy a básicamente proporcionarle un abogado para que lo represente.
All right. And your preliminary hearing is set for December 1st at 8 o'clock in courtroom 201.
I apologize, for accuracy purposes, could you please repeat that?
Okay. Sir, your preliminary hearing is set for December 1st at 8 o'clock in courtroom 201.
Thank you so much. Muy bien, señor. Su audiencia preliminar está agendada para el día 1 de diciembre a las 8 de la mañana en la sala de corte 201.
Or, sir, you have the option of waiving that preliminary hearing.
Y usted también tiene la opción de básicamente quitar esta audiencia preliminar.
The preliminary hearing is a probable cause hearing.
La audiencia preliminar es una audiencia de causa probable.
If you decide to waive the hearing, you will have a court date in state court in 7 to 10 days.
Si usted desea que se retire esta audiencia preliminar, usted básicamente se le dará una fecha para una audiencia en corte estatal entre los siguientes 7 a 10 días.
Sir, would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
¿Desea usted quitar esta audiencia preliminar?
Como audiencia, como no entiendo.
Preliminary hearing, I'm not understanding.
All right, sir, I will set the preliminary hearing. It will be December 1st at 8 o'clock.
Muy bien, entonces voy a proceder con la audiencia preliminar. Va a ser en diciembre 1 a las 8 de la mañana.
Your attorney can speak with you further to explain the nature of that proceeding.
Y su abogado le puede explicar a usted la naturaleza de esta audiencia.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
No problem, ma'am. Is there anything else that I can help you with?
No, that's it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you
All
for
right.
using our services and have a great day. Bye-bye.
You as well. Bye. All right, did you all have anyone else at the jail?
That's it, Judge.
All right, thank you all. Have a good day.